Welcome back. Today we are tackling a very popular interview problem, designing a hash map from scratch. This is a fundamental data structure, and understanding its internals is crucial for any software engineer. First, let's define what a hash map is. It is a data structure that stores information in key-value pairs. This structure allows us to retrieve a value almost instantly if we know its key. You can think of it like a real-world dictionary where you look up a word to find its definition. We need to support three main operations. Put, which inserts a key-value pair or updates it if the key already exists. Get, which retrieves the value for a given key or returns -1 if the key is missing. And remove, which deletes the key and its value from the map. Under the hood, a hash map typically uses an array. We call the slots in this array buckets. We initialize this array with a fixed size, for example, 10,000 slots. Our goal is to distribute our data across these buckets efficiently. But how do we know which bucket to use? We use a hash function. We take the key, perform a calculation, and map it to an index. A common way to ensure the index is valid is to use the modulo operator with the array size. Here is the catch. Since our array has a limited size, two different keys might calculate to the same index. For example, 105 modulo 100 is 5, and 205 modulo 100 is also 5. This is called a collision. To solve collisions, we use a strategy called chaining. Instead of storing just one value in a bucket, we store a linked list. If multiple keys land in bucket 5, we simply chain them together in a list. To implement this, we need a node class. Each node will hold the key, the value, and a pointer to the next node in the list. This is the building block of our chained linked list. Let's look at the put logic. First, we calculate the index. If the bucket is empty, we create a new node. If it is not empty, we traverse the list. If we find the key, we update its value. If we reach the end without finding the key, we append a new node. For the get operation, we again calculate the index and go to that bucket. We then traverse the linked list. If we find a node with the matching key, we return its value. If we finish the list without finding it, we return -1. To remove a key, we find the index and traverse the list. We need to keep track of the current and previous nodes. When we find the target key, we effectively bypass it by linking the previous node directly to the next node. Finally, let's talk about performance. On average, put, get, and remove operations take O of 1 or constant time. However, in the worst case, if all keys collide into the same bucket, the time complexity degrades to O of n, where n is the number of keys.
If you like this video, hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe. Visit codelucky.com for more such useful content.